Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews. Angry Andy Reviews. Angry Andy Reviews. Angry Andy Reviews.
Don't make me destroy you.
Hello and welcome to Angry Andy Reviews. Today we're having a look at a reveal that came about a couple of days ago by a leak, but has officially been announced as of yesterday, so less than 24 hours ago. And yes, you can see it on the screen. It is the Ghostbusters Plasma Series Ectomobile Anniversary Edition. I don't know what the Anniversary Edition means in terms of this, apart from how long the films have been out. But there you go. This is the only version of the Ecto-1 car which fits the 6-inch scale action figures for the Ghostbusters Plasma series. There was an Ecto-1 car that was released a couple of years ago. It doesn't fit those figures. As good as it is, I do have one on the shelf. It isn't for those figures at all, but this is a fully fledged, crowd-funded 6-inch scale lights, sound, you name it, it's in this. And yeah, there you see it. It's like I said, it's a crowdfunding event, and I'll scroll down. You can see that it needs a target of 12,000 backers, at the minimum £324.99 for the basic edition, which we'll get into in a second. And it already has just shy of 4,000 backers, so it's on track. 3,857 backers so far, with 44 days, 19 hours and 22 minutes remaining at the time of recording. So let's have a look, shall we? Like I said, this was leaked a few days ago on some throughout threads and Twitter X, whatever you want to call it, but it was officially announced yesterday at New York Comic Con, and there you go. So there are two different versions. There's the base model and there's the deluxe model. So the base model is this side, so it's the Ghostbusters Ecto-1 car from modelled from the first film itself, Ghostbusters 1984, and then the one from Ghostbusters 2, which you can see there with all the new decals, the new lights and sirens and whatever. So yes, like I said, there are two different versions. I'll scroll down a little bit further here, just give you a bit of a view of those pictures. So in the base version, you get the car, you get the lights, sounds, whatever. You get a trolley. Great. You get the Librarian Ghost, and you get Slimer. Now, I've been waiting for the Librarian Ghost and Slimer for absolutely bloody ages to come out as single releases. And with this, coupled with what you get in the deluxe model, which is the Ghostbusters in their Ghostbusters 2 gear, I seem to be of the thought that this might be the end of the Plasma series line. In terms of, you know, releasing new figures, releasing new ghosts, because like I said, we've been waiting for, those of us that have been collecting Ghostbusters, we've been waiting for Slimer, who's a staple of the Ghostbuster films, and we've been waiting for the Librarian Ghost, who's easily one of the most iconic ghosts in the whole bloody franchise. You know, even more than I'd say like Vigo, for example, from the second one. She is so iconic because it's that initial ghost we see. And the sequence is so great, so well crafted, so well done. So, yeah, I am of the thought process that this is literally the anniversary edition of the Ecto-1 mobile. It's a full-fledged, fully out there, fully kitted up action vehicle. And once this has come, the line is going to be gone, I think. Which means we won't get Vigo, we won't get a painting of Vigo, but who knows? Maybe they'll throw something in towards the back end of the line, back end of this campaign for Vigo, but we'll have to see. And we won't get the little guy. I can't remember his name. Oh, what is it? Oh, the guy from the second film. I can't remember his name. The one that gets converted by Vigo and becomes basically his puppet.
Oh, command me, Lord. A child. A child. A child? A child.
But anyway, yeah, I would love that character, but never mind. It is what it is. And but yeah, so let's just have a look. So as you can see on the pictures for the deluxe one, you literally get a full conversion kit for the Ecto car to make it into the Ecto 1A, and you get the 4 Ghostbusters, you get the packs, you get the oh god, the slime gun, I think it is. So when they find that pink ooze, the ooze gun, and you get some hubcaps as well. That's nice. And you get balloons and a mug for the kids, as per that advert they do in the movie. So yeah, but the price difference is interesting. So there are 2 different models. It's $324.99 for the base model, which includes just this, and it's £399.99 and pennies for all of this, and it literally breaks down everything you get here within them. There's a lot of spiel. So Hasbro seems to be doing this now. They're doing a standard version and a deluxe version with their campaigns. I'm not sure I fully agree with it, because they're doing this in place of stretch goals. There are literally no stretch goals for this campaign. So when it reaches 12,000, that's it. It doesn't go any further. It doesn't reach anything else. The only additional thing that you get, I'll go back and look at the measurements in a moment. The only additional thing you get with this is if it hits the 12,000 marker within 2 weeks. So within 2 weeks, if it hits the 12,000 marker, you'll get Louis Tully in his Ghostbusters gear, as we see him at the back end of Ghostbusters 2, which is a nice little addition. It's a cheeky little character, a cheeky little action figure. I do like it. I think it's really good. I love Louis Tully. It's always a shame that Rick Moranis, we haven't seen him come back to acting, but everything they went through, you understand why. It's just a nice little action figure for fans. You get it, you get the backpack, you get the the ghost trap, and the oh god, it's terrible. I can't remember anything this morning. But yeah, interestingly, these 2 items are coming out very, very soon for a previous Haslab, and I'm looking forward to getting them. I did back these 2. But there you go. So there are no stretch goals for this. It hits 12,000 and that's it. There's nothing further, which is why I hope, if it does hit 12,000 and skyrockets, that they'll announce, an additional figure or something, as like a thank you. Because I do, especially with this as well, I do think this character represents, this action figure represents the end of the line going forward. They may do, a few little extra bits and pieces, but you got to think, what have they released in terms of the Plasma series line? They've released, all the action figures. They've released Zool, Gozer, both the dogs, Louis Tully, and they've also done the proton pack, the gun itself. They're releasing the ghost trap. They're releasing, the wand. They're releasing everything. They've already done it. So what more can they do with this line? What more action figures can they do? It doesn't appear to me that they're going to do anything for Frozen Empire, the recent Ghostbusters movie, because no figures have been announced. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But yeah, it's just one of those. I don't know whether they want to continue backing this line particularly. But let's have a look at the measurements. So the base model, which height 9.9 inches and length 22.5 inches, so it's quite a bit of a beastie model, to be fair. It's a beastie model. It's quite wide as well, 8.25 inches, which weirdly enough is not as wide as when you convert it to the Ghostbusters 2 one. So there you go, you got the 2 measurements from both. Obviously the Ghostbusters 2 variant is slightly taller, probably because of the satellite dish and the extra bits and pieces that you put on there. I do, as much as the original Ghostbusters car is purely iconic, I do like the Ghostbusters 2 car. I think it's a bit too much in places, but it's fine, isn't it? I think we just have the bog standard iconic version. I think it just looks great as it is. And there you go, there's some glamour shots there. You can see the lights, the sounds will come through, which I think will be a really good selling point for everyone, just having that iconic siren going off. Again, more glamour shots. And then we can see the Librarian Ghost. It's such a great figure, that. I think it's a really great figure. I think it captures what we see of her in the film. Really great, really iconic. And you get some books as well. so you can do some symmetrical book stacking. It's like the Philadelphia mass turbulence. And then you get the Slimer as well. And again, we've been waiting for a Slimer action figure to come out for ages for this line, and it almost feels like a bit of a kick in the teeth, you know, given how horrible his teeth is and my teeth are. It almost feels like a bit of a kick in the teeth. The only way you're going to get the Librarian Ghost and Slimer at this point, unless you wait for the scalping eBay mania men, is to back this. And that'll be a difficult thing for a lot of people, especially because this campaign ends literally just before Christmas. So they will be taking your £329 or your £399 literally a week or two before Christmas. So there's a difficult balancing act there, isn't there, for collectors? And I feel like if this is, because it says anniversary edition, it is a celebration, is this, like I said, the end of the line? If it is, you're almost going to feel obliged as a fan to really go ahead and sink your hard-earned dollar into this. I mean, it does look great in theory. I think the size, what you get with it will be key. I think. I mean, just looking at what the deluxe model has, you know, numerous other stuff with it. I can't really see where it goes into what the sounds and everything are. Oh, right there. I just went past it. So vehicle design details. I mean, they're just bullet pointing everything that you get with it. Headlights, front bumper lights, tail lights, reverse lights, removable dot matrix decals. We're back. Functioning doors. Well, I'm glad there's functioning doors. And what's interesting here, which I've just seen, okay, so USB-C port for always on display. So you'll be able to plug this in and keep it on all the time. The lights on, active all the time. So if you want to have this as like a centerpiece for your collection, then you can plug it in and turn it on. I mean, I don't know how long the lights will last, but that's interesting, I guess. I think for the individual, it'll literally be, what are you weighing up here with this car? What is it that you're looking to get out of this? Which I think is going to be something to manage. You're going to pick this up for Slimer and for the Librarian Ghost. If that's the case, then maybe that does better suit you, £324.99. But all you have to do is look across, and for an extra what? Yeah, less than 80 quid, you can. £80, $80, because conversion rate doesn't exist when we get stuff like this from Hasbro. For an extra £80, you get 4 additional figures and you get a full conversion kit to chop and change the vehicles to suit your whims. Obviously, you'd have to take the stickers off, which I think that's a bit of a disappointment. I don't think they have alternative doors. I think it is literally a case of you put the stickers on and then you'll have to take them off if you want something else on, I think. Which, that's a bit disappointing. I think they should have done separate doors maybe, or separate panels, you know, to remove the panels to put these new panels on maybe. I don't know. That's something that might have to be considered when you get this. Which one do you want to display more than anything? But yeah, I think it is a great looking item. It is a great looking vehicle. Being a huge fan as well, you know, it does bring up a lot of nostalgia. It does bring up a lot of, I've been waiting for this for a very long time, but mostly for the Librarian Ghost and mostly for Slimer, not necessarily for a full-sized car. Like I said, I do have the Ecto 1 car they released, you know, a couple of years ago, which is more fitted to, you know, 3.75 inch figures, but you know, it does the business. It looks great. It's got, you know, markings and you know, it looks old and dated on the side of the vehicle. This looks very clean and very pristine, which is fine. It's fine if you wanted to dirty it up, I guess you could do. But yeah, it's just something to think about, I think. And we'll just have to see how it goes over the next 44 days. I'm guessing we'll see if it reaches, you know, the minimum backing target. I think they're banking on it doing so that everyone can get that Lewis Tully action figure. But yeah, like I said, we'll have to see, won't we? It just intrigues me, that's all. But let me know your thoughts on this one. What do you think about this campaign? The Ghostbusters Plasma Series Ectomobile Anniversary Edition base model and deluxe model. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this? Will you be shelling out £324.99 for the basic model? Will you be just going all in for $399.99 and getting the full deluxe version with all the Ghostbusters 2 variants of the characters? Yeah, let me know your thoughts on this one. I'm not sure, to be quite honest with you. I don't know if I can shell out any of these amounts really when it is so close to Christmas. It almost seems a bit, yeah, a bit difficult. But again, it is aimed at hardcore collectors, isn't it? So we'll have to see, won't we? We'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see where it goes, and if anything else gets announced, any other bonuses going forward. I doubt it, but I would hope they do. But let me know your thoughts. Like I said, if you enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe to the channel, and chime off down below what you think will happen with this. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be doing another look at this in about a week's time to see where it's up to. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.